Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to White River Buddhist Temple. Today is July 5th. It's sort of like a sandwich day. Yesterday was Independence Day. Tomorrow's going to be the Battle of Seattle, Belgium versus USA World Cup Soccer. So we're right in the middle. So enjoy the breathing space. This is the first service of the month, and so we have our traditional memorial service where we read, the sensei will read the names of the people who have departed in this month, and those of you who wish to honor those people during the chanting after the reciting of the names, you may come up and make an incense offering. So we will begin with the purple book, Sanbujo, which is on page 22. And then we will do the chanting of Jusei, which is right on the next page, 23. It all works out real good. So, thank you.
Can I ask everyone to please put your palms together in Gassho, or bow your head in contemplation and respect. As we say together, Namo Amida Butsu, I take refuge in Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Nots, Namo Nots, Namo. We are gathered here today in observance of the White River Buddhist Temple's monthly Shotsuki service to remember those who have passed away in the month of July. They are Minoru Terada, Kiyomi Mizoguchi, Mike Arima, Isamu Suematsu, Yoneko Terayama, George Takeshi Watanabe, Misue Komatsu, Mitsi Mitsuko Ibuki, George Tonojo Kawasaki, Tokyo Toyoshima, Nancy Mikami, Noriko Tanabe, Yoko Watanabe, Stanley Doi, Sayoko Kawasaki, Kazuko Watanabe, Hiroshi Nakai, Ben Yamada, Doris Sagara, Yae Mikami, Kayo Terayama, Amy Kato, Shioji Kawabata, as well as all others who were not listed but contributed to the temple and its community. May the fragrance of the incense teach us of the purity of our intention. May the beauty of the flowers offered teach us of life's impermanence. May the light that burns brightly teach us of Amida's great wisdom and compassion.
Say
Can I ask everyone to please once more put your palms together in gasho or bow your head in contemplation and respect? As we say once again, Namo Amida Butsu, I take refuge in Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Nops, Namo Nops, Namo Nops, Namo Nops.
Will those who are able please rise? We will have a reading out of the Purple Book and then a song to follow that. So please rise if you are able. We are going to be reading the Three Treasures, which is on page 3 of the Big Purple Service Book. There it is. Three treasures. Fortunate is it to be born into human life, now we are living it. Rare is it to encounter the teachings of the Buddha, now we hear it. If we do not seek the truth of the Dharma in this life, in what life shall we find it? Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of the way to enlightenment and awaken within us our highest aspiration. I take refuge in Dharma. May we all together be submerged in the depth of the Dharma and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in Sangha. May we all together become units in true accord, in a life of harmony, in a spirit of universal brotherhood, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through ages of myriad of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful teaching. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of the Tathagata's teaching. Join me in Gasho. Namo Idabats. Namo Idabats. Namo Idabats. We will have a gatha or song. It's called Seya. It's on page 163 of our Purple Book. Seya.
is nearby so that you could cool down during this week as it gets hotter again. And please take care of everyone around you as well, and continue to drink water. But today we are observing our monthly memorial service, our Shotsuki service, where we remember all of those who passed away in this month, which is July. And traditionally, we, of course, are supposed to be chanting the Amida Sutra or the smaller Sukhavati Sutra, but we don't have time for that. And so instead, I take excerpts from the Amida Sutra and I discuss them. And this is a longer sentence from the Amida Sutra. Again, this is when Shakyamuni Buddha, who is the historical Buddha who lived in what was then India 2,500 years ago, talking to his disciple, or their disciple, Sariputra, about Amida Buddha, the Buddha in the center of our altar, the Buddha of immeasurable light and infinite light, the Buddha of infinite wisdom and compassion, and talks to them about the land that they have made, that they have created, what's in the land, what it looks like, who resides in that land, etc. And so right now, in this part of the Amida Sutra, Shakyamuni Buddha is telling Sariputra and everyone listening, including us today, that, and I'll read the whole sentence, but I'll focus on only the first part. Sariputra, if a good person, either a man or woman, who on hearing of Amida Buddha holds steadfast to the name single-mindedly and unwaveringly for 1 day, 2 days, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 days, then Amida Buddha, along with a multitude of sacred beings, will appear before that person at the moment of death. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about, we sort of talked about last week if you were at the discussion, the engaging with Dharma discussion, and one of the questions that was brought up was on dualism. The dualism is a part of Buddhism in which Buddhism is non-dualistic. I think I confused people. So Buddhism is about non-dualism because for us human beings, we can only think in dualistic thoughts. So two examples in this sentence, this beginning part, it says Sariputra, the disciple of Shakyamuni Buddha, if a good person, one, either a man or a woman, right? So they use these words good and then man and woman. And I wanted to talk about that because when we hear the word good, we think, oh, only a good person. So a bad person wouldn't be able to be born in Amida Buddha's Pure Land, right? That's essentially what the sentence is saying. If a good person, this is only if you're a good person. And in Buddhism, we shouldn't think about good or bad, good or evil. And I'm not saying that you should do evil things to people. That is not what we're saying. It just means that as human beings, we have a calculating mind to be good. What makes me be good so that I can be born in Amida Buddha's Pure Land is what this thought is going towards. What do I need to do good to go to Amida Buddha's Pure Land if you're a person who wants to go? And this mind, this dualistic mind, according to the Buddha, is so calculating that we do things just to be labeled a good person. Now, I'm not saying don't come to temple, because the one thing about temple and community is that it's only a community when people come. It's only a community when we're only able to do events like a won if people come. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if I do this good deed, then so-and-so will hear, and I will be commended for my actions. That's a calculating mind. If I do this to get this, that's a calculating mind, especially to do good. And as a human being, it is something we do often. It's a mind that we cannot turn off. And so the Buddha knows that we cannot distinguish between good or bad. The second part, man or woman, right? Dualistic. There's two. You either be a man or you are a woman. Especially during the times in which this sutra was talked about and read. You have to be a man or woman. You can't be between or outside those two. But nowadays, especially when some, I should say, translators see the words man and woman next to each other, they sometimes put everybody. Everybody. Because at that time when this sutra was made, you were either a man or you were a woman. But according especially to Amida Buddha, it doesn't matter who you are. It does not matter who you are. So you don't have to be a man or a woman. And so, translating, I would probably put this as everyone. If a person, I should clarify, going back over this sentence, this first part of the sentence, which I'll read the original, Sariputra, if a good person, either a man or a woman, who, on hearing of Amida Buddha, I would write this, especially from the understanding of Shakyamuni Buddha or a Buddha in general. Sariputra, if a person, anyone, hears of Amida Buddha, because it gets rid of that dualistic part of our minds, our calculating minds. And it shows the wisdom and compassion that Amida Buddha, I believe, is trying to show us. And again, not saying that Shakyamuni Buddha was wrong, according to this translation of the Amida Sutra. But remember, Shakyamuni Buddha was talking to people of that time. Of that time. Now, I'm not saying that there were bad people at that time either, but especially when it came to the man or woman part. So this sutra was made for those at that time. And for us in this time, trying to understand Shakyamuni Buddha's words in trying to translate their understanding of Amida Buddha's Pure Land. I would try my best to take away those dualistic thoughts. Because again, it is the understanding of a Buddha that it is hard for a person to understand what is good or bad. Because sometimes a good intention can turn out with a bad outcome for someone else. Or a bad intention from you, not saying that people here are malicious, can turn into good for someone else. So as a human being, we do not understand good and we do not understand bad. And from Amida Buddha's perspective, one does not have to be male or female. Because they are the embodiment of infinite wisdom and compassion. They accept everyone, regardless if they're good, regardless if they're quote-unquote bad. As long as you not wanting to go too much into what I want to talk about next month, any person who hears of Amida Buddha holds steadfast to Namo Amida Butsu, I take refuge in Amida Buddha, single-mindedly and unwaveringly, then Amida Buddha will appear before that person at the moment of death. And so, as we think upon those who have passed, this happens, supposedly, because we don't know what happens at the moment of death exactly. But it is said in this sutra that Amida Buddha came to everyone who passed at that moment of death, so that Amida Buddha can bring them to their Pure Land and welcome each and every one of them, whoever they are, to their Pure Land. Because it does not matter if they were a good person or a bad person, if they were a man or a woman. Amida Buddha accepts every single person, even those in between or outside of those labels. And our loved ones, in experiencing that, still come back to us through Namo Amida Butsu, I take refuge in Amida Buddha, to tell us, to be with us, to let us know that Amida Buddha, the Buddha who embraces all, allows each and every one of us to reside in their land upon our death, no matter who they are. And they continue to whisper this to us as we listen and say, Namo Amida Butsu, I take refuge in Amida Buddha. So as I close this Dharma message, I would like us to think upon not only the dualistic minds of ourselves, but how Amida Buddha's infinite wisdom and compassion embraces each and every one of us to allow our loved ones to come back and say that everyone is welcome in Amida Buddha's Pure Land. So can I ask everyone to please put your palms together in Gasho, or bow your head in contemplation and respect, as we say together once again, Namo Amida Butsu, I take refuge in Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu.
Thank you, Sensei, for your Dharma message. For those of you who are able, please rise. We will have a song or gatha from the Purple Book. It's called Ondoku-san 2. It's on page 153. And please remain standing after the gatha. We will have a recitation also out of the Purple Book. Please turn to page 8 of your Purple Book, the Daily Creed of Jodo Shinshu. Read along with me. Realizing enlightenment is assured and reciting the Nembutsu, I shall live my life cheerfully and positively. Understanding the oneness of life and cultivating self-reflection, I shall diligently attend to my life's tasks in gratitude. Recognizing the Dharma path, I shall help spread the teachings of the Buddha. Appreciating the Buddha Dharma, I shall respect and help others, working for the good of society. Join me in Gasho. Namo Dabbats. Namo Dabbats. Namanda, 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 Namanda. Thank you. You may be seated. Do we have any guests today that would like to be recognized? Welcome. Good to have you here. We hope to see more of you. This is going to be a busy month. Everybody is welcome, and we're more than happy to show you what can be done. Yes, please, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Everybody came here for the first time sometime, even me. And that was a long time ago, but I still remember those first days. Wacky. So, let us have announcements. Are there any announcements from groups or organizations?
I see Dave is here, and we have donuts. And so I'd like to invite you to take this opportunity to say thank you to Dave and wish him well in Michigan.
Any more announcements? I'm not sure. Do we print up the little sheet? I didn't see it earlier. Is it on the table? Okay, I must have not seen them when I passed by the table. So there's a list of all the events going on. Of course, Obon is our big event this month. It is now July, so there are plenty of opportunities to help and learn and embed yourself in this community that we have. Oh, go ahead, Sensei. Yes, it's green. Thank you. We have a new section of our service that we are introducing. It's called, I don't know, it hasn't been given a formal name yet, but it's those members who would like to introduce themselves to our Sangha and give some reflection as to why they came here, how they came here. I think it's interesting to know because we don't really know a lot about each other. We don't have little billboards on the top of our heads explaining our past lives. So I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself and how I got here. as some of you noticed, I was up here singing. Music is very important to me. Music is a big part of my life. My parents had music playing in the house, and actually music brought me here. Let me start with a tale that's as old as time. I think some of you may know where that comes from. Well, let me take you back about 50 years. I was new to this area. I didn't know people. I'd come from another place. And luckily my cousins up here said, oh, go down to the Buddhist church. They have this summer festival. Lots of people. You can meet people, all kinds of people. And that was my first bonodori. It was not here. It was up in, I lived in Seattle, so they told me to go up to Seattle. And so that's where I went one summer about, as I said, 50 years ago in July. Didn't know anybody, didn't know anything, didn't know to wear a costume and dances, nothing. But I went, and there was this beautiful woman, and she seemed to know what she was doing, so I followed her around, and that was some enchanted evening. It took me a few years to keep coming back to Bonodori and seeing this woman again and again, and finally I did manage to talk to her. And she introduced me to the Seattle church, had me come to services. I don't know, you all probably have come quite often, but can you imagine seeing all of this for the very first time? All that gold, all those candles, the flowers, the fruit. It absolutely floored me the first time I walked into the Seattle Hondo, their chapel, and they had people there explaining things to you. But that was an amazing thing to see for the first time. And now it's like home to me. And when I see other temples on YouTube or videos, they're all very similar, but they also are a little bit different. So anyway, for those Bonodori nights, I just want to close and say, I could have danced all night. So, but this, here at White River, I found a job for me. I'm rice queen. So all the rice you'll be eating at Bonodori will have passed through, at least supervised by me. And I enjoy it. And it's part of being a part of the community. It's fun to it's perfectly fine to just come, listen, and leave. That's fine. There's nothing, I'm so grateful. Nobody ever said, hey, you've been coming for years. You don't do anything here. What's wrong with you? Nobody ever said that to me. Everybody said, oh, welcome, good to see you. Oh, would you like to make pies? Come on in, we'll show you how to make pies. I made the ugliest pie thing you ever saw. I don't know what happened to it. I think they just put it aside. They didn't even cook the bloody thing. So they had me do other things for pie making. And pie making is Saturday. I'll be here. Everyone is welcome to come and give a hand. So that's how I got to Buddhism. I know it's a little bit different, but that's how I got here. And I thank all of you. All of you have helped me become a better person. And I am very grateful. And let me end it there. Thank you. So we will conclude our service. I'm wearing multiple hats today, even though they only see one on my head. Yes, it gives me a wonderful opportunity to wear hats and beautiful clothes. I know that's very self-centered or selfish of me to do that, but I do enjoy it. So let us close our service. If those of you who wish to may come up and make incense offerings again after we finish. There'll be donuts and coffee and conversation with Dave. We really do appreciate his help here and being on the grounds and keeping an eye on everything. That has been so helpful. There used to be people encamped over here and stuff like that, so that's good that we don't have that. So let us close and keep going. The closing words. My life is not only my life, but also the life of his sacrifices, kindness, thoughtfulness, and patience. I am grateful. Namo Idabats, Namo Idabats, Namo Idabats, Namanda, Namanda, Namanda. Thank you for attending. We're glad to have you here. We hope to see you at another time.